everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Is That So? I want to start today's episode off with a reading from the Gospel of Matthew. I'm going to be reading from Matthew chapter 25, and I'm going to be starting at verse 34. Then the king will say to those at his right hand, "Come, O blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me." Then the righteous will answer, "Lord, when did we see the hungry and feed thee, or thirsty and give thee drink? And when did we see thee a stranger and welcome thee, or naked and clothe thee? And when did we see thee sick or in prison and visit thee?" And the king will answer them, "Truly, I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of these my brethren, you did it to me." I was watching a video the other night where one of my favorite spiritual teachers, Ram Dass, was talking about an experience he had when he went to India back in the, I believe it's the late 60s, early 70s in that time frame. He was speaking to his spiritual teacher there, a man by the name of Baba Neem Karoli. All of his students called him Maharaji. But anyways, Ram Dass was sitting alone with his spiritual teacher one day. I think they were meditating together, and he looked at Maharaji and he said, "Maharaji, how do I become enlightened?" And Maharaji looked at him and said, "Serve people and feed people." And I don't know why, but when I watched that video, bam, God, that hit me like a ton of bricks, man. Serve people and feed people. I believe that spirituality, spiritual practice, religion, church, whatever, I believe all of it is completely useless if it does not change who we are on the inside, if it doesn't provide growth for us here on the inside, in our hearts. We have a tendency here in the West to get into this mode where, our religion is just a machine. It's something that we just knock out. We go to church on Sunday, or we say our prayer before we eat our food, and we're not really in it. We're not there in that moment with it, with our practice. That's one of the beautiful things to me about Eastern spirituality that I've loved, because it teaches me to be in the moment with what I'm doing. But a couple questions that these two teachings, one from Jesus and then one from Maharaji, have had me thinking is, what have I done to help the people that I love? And what have I done to help and serve the people that I might not necessarily like, or I may even consider an enemy, or somebody that I feel like I hate or have anger towards or resentment towards? Jesus taught all throughout the New Testament that, it's easy for us to do good things for people that we like. It's easy to do good things for people that we know, our friends. But the real enlightenment, the real place where you're going to find that union with God, is when you help those people that you don't know, complete and total strangers, or those people that you may have a resentment towards. And this is so hard for us as human beings. It is one of the most difficult things that we have to do, is to learn to look past people's faults and to love them anyways, and to serve them and feed them anyways. It's very difficult, but this is part of that essence that I talk about of oneness, that we are all connected, that we're just waves in the ocean, man. That guy you don't like, he's every bit as much of a wave as you are. And to be able to see those emotions in you that are negative that you have towards that person, and to just witness them and let them go, and help and serve anyways. That's the real enlightenment. That's the real kingdom of God. That's where we're going to find change in our hearts that isn't mechanical or robotic, but is real and living and light itself. So I want to challenge everybody, and this is every bit as much a challenge to me, myself personally, as it is to everybody else. This week, we all have jobs, we all have families, we all have people that we come in contact with, and there's always a situation where somebody rubs us wrong or something rubs us wrong. When that happens, I want you to stop, and I want you to breathe. I want you to witness that resentment or that anger that you have towards that person. And I want you to just try your best to let it go. Breathe through it, and then take that next step forward and do something to help that person. It could be a simple, hey, how are you doing? How was your weekend? It could be something like helping them with a task at work or at home, or picking up an extra chore at the house to help your significant other. The work that we do with these difficult situations, with difficult people, with our own difficult emotions, this is the work that's going to really help us purify our souls. This is what's going to help us dust off that mirror in our heart. And when we dust off and clean that mirror in our heart, the only reflection it's going to have is God. That's it for today. I love all you guys. Just please like and share these videos if you enjoy them. Tell your friends about them if you enjoy them. And if you don't, then that's okay. You get your God on the best way that you know how, man. And I love all you guys. Have a great day.